started in Shavasana, so lying flat on the back. Letting the body rest over into the earth. And once you've placed the body, dropping into stillness. Closing the eyes. Soaking in the subtleties that make up this moment. All the little things. The way that the air grazes upon the skin. The way that the clothes lie upon the body. And how the body melts into the mat. And can you give in to these little things? Can you let them just be? Or do you find yourself wanting to fidget and move? Maybe there's a little bit of resistance to the stillness. Let's take a clearing breath together. Taking a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Release, let go. And starting to deepen into your yogic breathing, or that ujjayi. Letting go and riding the wave, riding the flow. Meeting the moment as it is, letting the experience unfold. Co-creating with the universe through the breath. There's very little that we have control of. And for right now, just how deeply we can breathe, moving that energy throughout the body. For the rest, can you just surrender to what is beyond the breath? Facing any resistance as it comes forward. can begin to wiggle some fingers and toes. Start to activate the body. All from the breath, all stemming from the root of each inhale and exhale. Over time, letting these movements grow larger, maybe into a full body stretch, taking arms overhead, pointing the toes forward. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can lift the forehead up to the knees. You can rock a little side to side. And then when you're ready, making your way up to a comfortable seat, maybe rolling off to one side or rocking forward and back along the spine. Coming all the way up into Sukhasana. Sitting tall, we'll let the hands fall into the lap. Easing our way in, dropping the chin into the chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin to sky, over to the left, and then back down, chin to chest. Just moving in this one direction, this one weight. Linking breath to movement. Each sensation has a breath. When you're ready, you can go ahead and take those circles in the other direction. Start to bring the chin back parallel to the earth. Crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Next inhale, we'll float the arms overhead. Big, big breath. Fill the lungs. Lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, drop the right hand to the right. Lean into the right side. Left arm up and over. Inhale, we'll reach back through center. And then as you exhale, drop it to the left. Left hand down. And again, inhale to lift, exhale to bend. Letting the seat be heavy, just back and forth, side to side. Next time you're in center, reach the arms. And then as you exhale, we'll take a twist to the right, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Sit tall, take a gaze out over your right shoulder. And inhale, we'll come through center. Exhale to the left. Inhaling to lift. Back and forth, exhale, finding our flow. Inhale. Exhale to the left. We'll do one more each way. Inhaling, arms overhead. As you exhale, let's come onto all fours, tabletop position. Plugging into the hands, landing on the tops of the feet, the shins. Moving through a few rounds of cat-cow, dropping belly on an inhale, hug the shoulders, lift the gaze. Exhale, press away, curl to center. Again, inhale. For that cow, exhaling into cat. A couple more times. Just drawing these long lines. Moving from the center of the body. Pressing back into Child's Pose, Balasana. You can bring big toes together with the knees wide or knees together. Taking a rest and knowing that if you ever lose your breath, you can come back into this shape. Letting this be another form of home base. Gathering your breath. Let the breath lead the way. Next inhale, we'll rise, tuck the toes, coming into downward facing dog. Finding stillness in downward facing dog. Feeling into that full backside, back body stretch. On your next inhale, float your right leg high. Three-legged downward facing dog, keeping the hips squared, hugging in through the inner thighs. And then as you exhale, we're going to round in, step the foot between the hands. As pausing on the fingertips, keep that back knee lifted. Press through the left heel, glide through the heart center. Staying abundant with the breath, fill the body. Taking one more full inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, step the left foot up to meet the right, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Put a little bend to the knees, like you're sitting back into Utkatasana chair pose. Start to roll and rise, coming all the way to stand. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then as you inhale, reach the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, tail down, belly in. As you exhale, take a twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. Spread through the wings, really reach. Inhale to come back, center, arms overhead. Exhale, take that open twist to the left. Inhaling to rise high. Maybe a little lean into the backside. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, wave back, forward half lift. Exhale, keep the left foot where it is. Step the right foot back. And just pausing on the fingertips. 3 full breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. Planting the hands. On your inhale, we'll step back into plank pose. Take another inhale and plank. And then as you exhale, drop knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Keep the elbows hugged in. We'll come all the way onto the belly, tops of the feet, lift the heart, cobra pose. Exhale and lower. 2 more times in and out of cobra, inhaling to lift. Maybe a little higher each round. Exhale, give back to mat. And one more, inhale. Exhale. Tucking the toes, make your way back, downward facing dog. You can pass through child's pose or plank. From down dog, inhale, float your left leg high. Three-legged down dog, lead from the heel. Exhale to round in. Take your time. Land the foot between the hands. In pausing on the fingertips, take an inhale and exhale. Next inhale, step your right foot up to meet the left, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And bending the knees, roll to rise, passing through a little baby chair. All the way to stand. Wrap the shoulders, lift the arms. Another inhale. Exhale, take that twist to the right side. Inhale, pass through center. Exhale to the left. Inhaling to lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, wave forward. As you exhale, right foot stays, left foot back. Switching sides. Take a moment, really press. Stay active in the legs. And then planting the hands, inhale, right foot back to meet the left. Take an exhale and pause. Another inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, elbows in. Inhale to belly, lengthen through the legs, lift the heart. Exhale and lower. 2 more times, inhaling to rise. Exhale. 1 more, inhale to lift. Exhale, bow down, tuck the toes, press your way back, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath and downward facing dog. Next inhale, float your right leg high. As you exhale, round in, step the foot between the hands, again on the fingertips, inhale. As you exhale this time, pyramid pose, straighten both legs and fold. You can keep a bend to that front knee. We're still warming into the body. Maybe that left heel is lifted. Pulling that right hip back. Next inhale, stepping the left foot up to meet the right, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time, chair pose, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Arms overhead or hands together, heart center. We'll take another inhale. And then as you exhale, dive it right back down. Uttanasana. Inhale for that half lift. As you exhale, we're going to keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back. Drop your left knee to the mat. Letting the pelvis press forward, but contract through the thighs, squeeze into midline. Inhale, arms overhead. Full lift from the waist, side body to fingers. We'll take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, drop the hands down. Step the right foot back to meet the left plank pose. We'll take an inhale and plank. And then as you exhale again, maybe knees, chest, and chin, or halfway into chaturanga, that low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, pull from toes, navel to spine, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, foot forward. And pausing on the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, that wide pyramid, straighten your front leg and bow. Take a couple extra breaths to feel. And leaning into sensation. Next inhale, we're going to step the right foot up to meet the left. Halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale and lower. Bending the knees, chair pose. Sit it low. Steady gaze. Let go and flow, ride the breath. Next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, again, left foot stays forward, step the right foot back. Drop that right knee to the mat. Asana, inhale to sweep the arms. Next, exhale, place the hands to the earth. Step it back, plank pose on your inhale. Exhale, go or flow, downward facing dog. We'll take 3 full breaths in down dog, or child's pose, maybe a kneeling position. Whatever serves the body, serves the mind, serves the heart. Being of service to all layers. Staying in that meditation as things bubble forward. Notice how you're meeting them, if it is with that acceptance or resistance. If it's a thought towards a shape, a thought towards sensation, an emotion. And if you're ready, back into downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, reach your right leg high. This time we'll bend and stack right hip on top of left. Leading from that right knee, hug in through the left seat. And as you exhale, come forward. Land the foot between the hands. Keeping your left hand grounded, inhale, float your right arm high, dragonfly. Keeping length in the spine, a little lift of the hips. I'll take one more inhale. As you exhale, drop the right hand down, back into that pyramid fold. Crown down to toes, straighten the legs. Next inhale, we're going to step into that right leg. Lift the left leg this time, standing splits, top of the mat. Keeping some space between the ears and the shoulders as the shoulder blades lift here towards the waist. How high can you lift that left leg? Taking one more inhale. As you exhale, left foot to meet the right, bend the knees, chair pose. Inhale to lift the upper half. Exhale to sink. Another inhale to reach. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, right foot stays, step the left foot back, ground through the heel, inhale to stand, warrior one. With that left thigh and right knee, pressing in opposite ways, steady gaze. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog. That flow, or you can just go. From down dog, left side, inhale, left leg high. And we'll bend and stack, getting into that left hip flexor, the back side of the right leg. Next, exhale, round forward. Step the foot, top of the mat, right hand stays. Inhale, left wing flies. Dragonfly. Keeping some equal space here between the throat and the back of the neck. As we tend to lift the gaze, we cut off that energy in the throat chakra, the front space. So staying open. Next exhale, drop the left hand to the mat. Straightening that left leg again, that wide fold. Take a bow. Next inhale, standing splits, top of the mat. Step into the left leg, right leg high. So even as we hold these shapes, don't hold the breath. Next exhale, right foot to meet the left. Bending the knees, chair pose. Sink it low. Next exhale, forward fold, bow it down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, left foot stays, right foot back. Ground heel to mat. Inhale to stand. Using that support of the earth to move through the body and to reach out into the universe. Next exhale, hands plant. Go your way back, downward facing dog. Capturing the moment with non-attachment. Embodying, embracing what is of you and how you show up, breath after breath. Next inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. We'll ground the back heel to mat. Inhale to rise, warrior two. Bending into that front knee, letting the knee track more towards that pinky side edge of the foot. Gazing forward. Next inhale, we'll reverse our warrior, right arm up and over. Opening through that right side half. Next exhale, hinging forward side angle, either forearm to thigh, or if you're ready, hand can meet a prop or the earth. Next inhale, let's rise back into that reverse warrior. And then we're going to give into a ninja, Skandasana at the back of the mat. So give into that pull, bend into the left knee, shift the hips low. That right leg is straight. Maybe the hips stay a little more lifted with the full right foot to the earth. Maybe the toes flip to sky. And then we'll crawl our way forward, bending into the right knee now. Left leg is straight. And then turning your way, crawling your way to the back of the mat. We're going to open into warrior two. So just switching sides. Warrior two on that left side. Arms open wide. Shoulders and hips open to the side wall, side of the room. Next inhale, reversing your warrior. The left arm up and over. And as you exhale, that side angle, so stretching down the right. Knife edge of foot to fingers. Next inhale, rising back, drawing with the fingertips, paint along the sky, reverse your warrior. And then dropping into that Skandasana, adjust as needed. Bending now into the right knee first, left leg is straight. And then switching sides, crawling your way to the left. Moving with the breath. This time we'll crawl all the way back to the top of the mat. Hands go down, step back into plank pose. Taking an inhale in plank. And then as you exhale, lower all the way to the belly. lengthening through the legs. Coming into Locust Pose, you can let the arms come back like airplane wings, just in flight, or interweave the hands behind the back if you want more of a stretch in the chest. When you're ready, inhale, we'll lift. Stay long in the legs. Hugging through the backside. And breathe. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale to release. Coming onto one cheek, take a pause. Let the heels fall. Coming back onto the chin or forehead, we're going to move through one more round. Maybe you switch it up, maybe you stay the same. If you are coming back into the hands together, see if you can take that more awkward grip, the opposite thumb on top. All right, when you're ready, inhaling to lift. Can we just breathe and be with whatever comes forward of this shape? Just meeting it as it is. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale to let go. Coming onto the opposite cheek. Full breaths, just washing over the backside of the body. It's letting the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll press back into child's pose. Being in the pause. Next inhale, rise, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Next inhale, float your left leg high, left leg. As you exhale, step the foot forward. Keep the back heel lifted. Inhale to rise, crescent lunge. Taking a few breaths to find your shape. Find some depth. Really dive in. We'll take another inhale. And then as you exhale, brush the arms back, lower, hover the chest. Hug in through the upper arms, upper back. Pull that left hip back. And then shifting some weight into this left leg, we're going to step in on an inhale, warrior 3. So hands can meet the earth underneath the shoulders. Maybe the arms go forward. It'll take one more inhale. As you exhale, drop the hands to the earth, standing splits. Keep lifting that right leg high. More of a fold out over that left leg. Take another inhale. As you exhale, step the right foot back. We're crawling all the way to the back of the mat. All the way to the back of the mat. Moving into full pyramid pose. Bump in that left foot, ground the heel. Take an inhale, lengthen forward, exhale and fold. Working towards that flat back. Calling in the lightness. Breathing into the void. And next inhale, lengthen forward halfway. Taking the left hand either inside or outside of that right foot. Again, you can always use a prop if you need to elevate. Right hand to low back. We're going to take a twist, revolve triangle to the right. Floating that right arm high. in through the outer hips. Find that squeeze. Next inhale, we'll unwind, stepping into half moon on that right side. Right fingertips down, left limbs open wide. Creating your expression, and then surrender to expression. Surrender to experience. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, a little bend to the right knee. Step the left foot back, land warrior two. So we're facing the back of the room, bending into that right knee. Next inhale, we're going to sweep into that high crescent lunge. So you may need to shorten your stance or widen your stance. We're going to square the hips and shoulders to the back of the room, arms overhead, left heel lifted. Take a few breaths to drop in. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, arms brush back, lower hover. Find that squeeze of the upper back. Next inhale, stepping in, warrior three on that right side. It may be hands down. You're working to bring the upper body and that left leg parallel to the ground. One more inhale. Exhale, standing splits, hands to earth. Keep lifting that left leg high. Setting that left foot back. We're going to crawl back forward, top of the mat, into that pyramid stance. Bumping in the right foot. Inhale. Exhale and lower. Next inhale, lengthen forward. Pressing through the feet, turning into that revolved triangle to the left. So right hand somewhere around that left foot. From tail to crown. Feeling that rotation and length, that spaciousness in the upper body. Starting to unwind, we're stepping into half moon on that left side. Long through the limbs, reaching in many ways, even with the gaze. Next exhale, a little bend to that left knee. Set the right foot back, warrior two. This time as you inhale, big five-pointed star to the right side of the mat. I'm going to turn and face you guys at home. And as you exhale, we'll take hands to hips. Turn the toes forward. Inhale to lift. Exhale and fold. Another inhale, and then exhale, crown to earth. Maybe hands to mat as well, or peace fingers to big toes. You can play with the distance of the feet, creating that traction in the spine. You strengthen through the legs and lift the hips high. Next inhale, we'll lengthen halfway. Take the right hand underneath the face, and then we're going to turn and open the left arm to the sky, keeping the low back flat, so similar to that revolved triangle. Low back is flat, arms are wide. Use the earth to press, to lift and turn. One more inhale and exhale. And then as you inhale, we'll unwind. Replacing sides, left hand down. And then your next in-breath, right arm to sky. Still hugging in through the legs. And next inhale, we'll lower. Right hand back to mat. We'll take another inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold. So either piece fingers to toes. This time you could interweave hands behind the back, similar to that locust. Keeping the weight pretty even here through all four roots of each foot. And next inhale, we're going to come all the way to stand. Take a big breath, use your core to lift. And then moving into a goddess squat, turn the toes out, bend the knees, release the arms wide or overhead. Hugging back through the inner knees, inner thighs. Maybe even close the eyes. Meeting the shape as it is. Even through the challenges, can we surrender without resistance or even force? We're not forcing the body. We are carefully and purposely placing the body. We're leaning into our strength. Building the heat and letting the heat be the firing. Can we give over to the burn? Next inhale, stand tall, straighten the legs, lift. And then as you exhale, turn back to the top of the mat, flow, downward facing dog. Taking a pause in downward facing dog, or your choice of rest. Maybe a clearing breath to release some of that heat, inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. From downward facing dog, let's bring the big toes together. Inhale, we're going to wave forward. Coming into plank. Moving into side plank on that right side, right hand down, knife edge of that right foot. Maybe right knee to mat. Lifting from the side body. Option here to stay inside plank, or we're going to move into wild thing by bending that top leg, that left knee. Set the left toes behind the right side of the mat. Press into the grounded limbs. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Open through the heart. If you're in wild thing, we're going to drop the hips towards the earth. Flip back into side plank. Exhale, let's meet in high plank. All the way into high plank. From plank pose, drop to the knees. Take an inhale, offer into cow. Drop the belly. Exhale, press into cat. Coming back into a neutral spine. Extend the left leg to the side. Left leg to the left, ground through the full foot. On an inhale, float your right arm high. Exhale, thread that right arm to the left. For a moment, keep your left hand to the mat as you rest on your right cheek, and then press into the left hand. Next inhale, we'll unwind. Set the right hand to the mat. And then moving into a variation of puppy pose or heart-melting pose, start to crawl the hands forward. Keep the hips lifted, and then melt the heart to the earth. Lifting the inner armpits to the sky, the outer armpits down towards the ground. Pressing into the hands. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. From here, tuck the right toes, and then we're going to slide that left leg back into a three-legged downward facing dog. Maybe you bend and stack. Moving into half pigeon or pigeon prep. Bring the left knee towards the left wrist. Let the foot fall to the right. Option to stay here and fold, or if you want to move into that double pigeon, you can slide the right leg forward, stacking the right shin on top of the left. Using an exhale to bow. Making sure the weight is even. Back into the breath. Taking 3 more full breaths. Last little bit. Pressing into the hands. Starting to walk yourself back upright. Tucking the right toes, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Anything that you need to release. From downward facing dog, big toes together, back of the mat. Last little bit, inhale to wave, plank pose. And shifting into side plank on your left side. Staying here, you can move into that wild thing. Bending the right knee, setting the right toes off to the left edge of the mat. Press and open front body. From wild thing, we'll meet back in that side plank. Back in that side plank. And then into plank pose. From plank pose, drop the knees. Inhale, open into cow. Exhale, rounds you into cat. Coming into that neutral spine, we'll extend that right leg to the right. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale to thread the left arm to the right side, resting on your left cheek. Press into that right hand and roll more onto that left shoulder. So creating space at the back of the heart, right between the shoulder blades. Next inhale, we'll unwind, pressing into the right hand, left hand back to mat. And then crawling the hands forward on a Sukhasana, heart-melting pose. Pressing into the hands, crawl your way back upright. From here, we'll tuck the left toes and then slide that right leg back into a three-legged down dog. Moving into that pigeon prep, bringing the right knee to the right wrist. That left heel can move closer to the left hip. Or maybe that shin's more parallel with the top of the mat. Exhaling, we'll fold. You can always come into that fire log pose by swinging that left leg around. Approaching these longer holds with non-resistance, without force. Using the breath to create space in the body through the healing. Feel open and free and create that change. Inhale, starting to press, and lifting yourself upright. We'll tuck the back toes, release back into downward facing dog, giving that right leg a little shake. And we'll gaze forward, bend the knees. Just walk the feet to the hands. From here, we'll bend the knees, coming all the way onto our back. Taking knees into the chest. Moving into happy baby, flipping the soles of the feet up to the sky. Just let the knife edges of the feet rest onto the mat. Sometimes it can feel like we are at war with our inner world. Through uncertainty that brings about anxiety. Sometimes it's through the gripping, the holding onto the past, things that we cannot change, that have already been written. Sometimes it's through our expectations of the future. Can we just let go and ride the flow? And that takes mindfulness. It takes that daily practice of awareness. There is a greater force at play, a greater force that is in control for our highest self. Staying where you are. When you're ready, you can begin to slide your way into Shavasana. Taking this resting pose to infuse and integrate. The micro to the macro. Riding the wave, just floating, just drifting. moving the breath, moving the body, starting slowly. Letting it grow. That full body stretch. Hugging the knees into the chest. Rolling over onto your right side. Pressing into the hands, carry yourself back upright. Sitting tall, and we'll close the eyes. Meeting each moment with an open heart and an open mind. If you feel these areas of your life where you are more resistant, there's some stickiness, I challenge you to lean in, to face it head on, because there is something there within the resistance. Usually fear lies pretty close to resistance. They go hand in hand. Leaning in, feel it out. And maybe eventually there's something there that you can let go of, that needs to be released. Maybe it's something that you need to speak up about, speak out about. Let go and flow. Next inhale, let's float the arms overhead. As you exhale, hands together, heart center. Moving through the sound of Om, we'll take an inhale to prepare. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.